It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack Podcast. You know, on Saturdays, we play fun music and we feature great information at 993thevine.com with me, Big Rick Stewart, and music from my time at Live 105 and at KFOG. We also mix in some stories that I find kind of interesting, whether it's local music or food or tech or just kind of some cool things I think you ought to know about. It's always lots of fun. Fun music and great information happens every Saturday at 993thevine.com. And the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack Podcast features great information like this. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. I'm Big Rick Stewart. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Here's a really cool headline. New affordable housing portal launches for the Bay Area. This is a press release from the Bay Area Housing Finance Authority. And they recently launched the Doorway Housing Portal. This is a portal hub on the internet to easily find affordable housing in the Bay Area. They say it's the first of its kind regional online portal, and it's got support from all kinds of folks in tech and product managers and software engineers and more. Pretty good. The need for affordable housing is growing, as we all know. It's estimated the Bay Area would need 180,000 more affordable homes by 2031 to meet the demand. Here's a quote. The launch of the Doorway Housing Portal is an important step towards relieving the Bay Area's chronic housing affordability crisis, shared BAHFA Chair and Napa County Supervisor Alfredo Pedroza. Hey, guess what? I played golf with him once. He's pretty good. He says the combination of availability and accessibility unlocks more opportunities for more people. There's lots of housing challenges and more as well in this. So they put a lot of technology behind it. It's growing and expanding. And if you want to check it out, well, I'll give you the website. Are you ready? All you got to do is check out housingbayarea.mtc.ca.gov. housingbayarea.mtc.ca.gov. And you can do a search there and hopefully find yourself some affordable housing. Thank you, Alfredo, and everyone involved. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack at 993thevine.com. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Hey, if you are a collector of rock and roll memorabilia, you got to figure out a way to score one of these new Alice Cooper license plates. They're being issued by his home state, which is Arizona. And now they say over at justthenews.com, you have the chance to trade out your Cacti and Mountains for the godfather of shock rock. So what's the deal with all this? The Arizona Department of Transportation has released the final designs for their specialty plate that benefits Arizona-based rock legend Alice Cooper's solid rock teen centers. So it doesn't like go in Alice Cooper's pocket. It's going to this cool thing that he has. It's a Phoenix and Mesa-based nonprofit. They help teens and young adults aged 12 to 20. They get to grow and explore music, dance, and art. They provide vocational sound and recording, lighting and staging, video production, and computer lab training. Alice Cooper says Arizona is known for great sunsets, cactus, the best Mexican food, monsoons, and now an Alice Cooper specialty license plate that will assist the Solid Rock Teen Centers in all that they do. This is pretty cool. But you have to kind of be connected to the whole Arizona Department of Transportation, I guess, to get one of these. Maybe you have a friend, a connection. I don't know. Good luck on scoring an Alice Cooper license plate. I think this is a great idea. I'm Big Rick Stewart. Hey, it's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack at 993thevine.com. Hey, I'm Big Rick Stewart, host of the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Fun music and great information. Do you have an e-bike? Aren't they cool? E-bikes are great. My friend says e-bikes flatten the earth. They kind of do. They're really fun, and they let people get on bicycles that maybe wouldn't normally take a bicycle for their trip. But maybe there's too much technology in some of these e-bikes. Here's a story about a brand called VanMoof, VanMoof, VanMoof e-bikes. So they have all this technology built into them, and actually they look really cool, and they were really popular. Evidently not popular enough though, because they kind of went bankrupt, as in out of business. The technology on these e-bikes worked with a server and a thing and an app, and it unlocked the bike and it had all these cool things. So what happens when they go out of business? Well, your VanMoof e-bike no longer functions. Here's a quote. If the company goes under and the servers go offline, that could leave e-bike owners unable to even unlock their bikes. Yeah, that's not very good. Now, somebody has actually come up with a kind of like a hack app, another e-bike company to use this, and VanMoof might get sold off. But, be aware if you have a super high-tech e-bike, these kind of things could happen. And certainly be aware if somebody's trying to sell you a VanMoof e-bike. Do a little research, hop online, and check out what the latest updates are. Update the software for your bicycle. What a concept. Anyway, getting locked out of your e-bike. Not a good thing, maybe a little too much technology in this case. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. I'm Big Rick Stewart. Would it shock you to learn that people smoke and sell marijuana at state fairs? Probably not, right? But how about if it was legal? Yeah, Gavin Newsom recently signed a bill allowing marijuana to be sold and smoked at county fairs. Everywhere. Funnel cake sales, check. And now marijuana sales as well. Now, maybe you didn't know, but the California State Fair added a cannabis competition to, livestock, cheese, and olive oil and wine competitions. I believe that Mendocino County won the most recent version of this, but you can't actually smoke marijuana at the California State Fair. However, starting next year, you can. It was forbidden, but now maybe not so much, right? So you can look forward to this the next time you visit the state fair. Cannabis sales and smoking may be coming to the next county fair you visit as well, as they are looking to make sure that this is passed. State legislative records confirm the bill passed the Senate 40-0 and also was approved by the Assembly 75-1. All right, so they're still working out some of these details and when it will take effect, but next year could be kind of a smoky year for your state and county fairs. What about Napa County? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack, probably Mendocino County though, right? We do this every Saturday at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack, home to fun music and great information. I don't know what you've done this summer during all these heat wave days and all that stuff, but here's something I know that you have not done. You have not gone to Raging Waters at Cal Expo in Sacramento. How do I know that? Because they've been closed. Oh man, come on now. Well, but they've now got a new management company that's going to take over all these things. Yes, Raging Waters has been closed, and they said that they were going to remain closed for 2023. Plans had been for it to reopen next year with the first in a series of renovations. But now a new company's taking over. And they're going to actually renovate it and upgrade things, and they've got a multi-year plan to do all this stuff. Yes, the wave pool and the lazy river, and they're going to have a swim-up bar and cabanas for hanging out with chargers for your phones. Some food at a new restaurant with some salad sandwiches, pizzas, and cheese, and fruits and nuts, and all this good California popular stuff you would want at a water park, right? Operators for Raging Waters announced last year the park would not reopen in 2023. The company Palace Entertainment had operated it for 15 years, and it's a lot of fun. This company is out of Southern California, so you'll be able to surf and have fun and have a lazy river and have some snacks as well when Raging Waters reopens, but maybe not this year. All right, looking forward to it. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack, the home of fun music and great information. Gamers, you should probably know about this because, I don't know, maybe you were worried about it, keeping you up all night. You couldn't toss and turn and couldn't get a good night's sleep, whatever. They have called a truce now over this whole Call of Duty thing. This is Xbox and PlayStation, and here's the deal. the folks over at Microsoft are trying to close a deal to buy Activision, which has Call of Duty, this famous game. Well, Activision is the home of Call of Duty, and if they get acquired by Microsoft, which is the home of Xbox, all the PlayStation fans were like, wait a second, you got to give us some love. You can't just take this game away from us, because, I mean, Call of Duty is a pretty popular game, in case you didn't know this, in the gaming world. All right, so Xbox head Phil Spencer, in a tweet recently, confirmed that an agreement has been struck with Sony that commits to keeping Call of Duty on the PlayStation platform. After 2033, it will need to be renegotiated to continue. So that means you can breathe a sigh of relief and play your Call of Duty and have a good old time. And all this other business stuff with the merger and acquisitions, well, forget about it. We just want to play Call of Duty. Leave us alone. Whip out the PlayStation. We'll see you online. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack right here at 993thevine.com. Well, those are some stories that I have featured on the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Tune in at 8 a.m. every Saturday at 993thevine.com. I'm Big Rick Stewart here. Music from my days at Live 105 and KFOG, some current songs, lots of surprises, and more. It's always lots of fun. We have a 10 at 10, a Beatles brunch at noon. It happens all day. The Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack and the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack podcast. Tell your friends, and thanks for listening to this podcast, and thanks for checking out 993thevine.com.